name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today is another trying to fix video. And in this video I'm setting myself up for a whole lot of heartache because anything from this era seems to always have broken plastic gears. But anyway, I thought to myself, you never know, I might be a bit lucky with this one and it might be something else. So I paid £4 for this and then £3.10 postage. I think I put an offer in, or I think I watched it and then an offer came in. Can't quite remember, but anyway, I paid £7.10 in total for it. And it said, Spotbot, TOMY, 1980s robot toy dog, spares repair not working. And then, this is the write-up here, 1980s vintage robot toy, TOMY Spotbot the dog, for parts project refurbished, acquired 15 to 20 years ago, has never seen it work. Just removed from storage, one for the experts. Ha 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 ha. Has one chipped ear. Oh, just in case you haven't watched my videos before, that's because I'm not an expert. Obviously, this is a try to fix video. Smoke-free home. Any questions, please ask. Blah, 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 blah. Right, so let's take this apart and see what he looks like. Here is the little fella. Right, so that's obviously the broken ear. And that is, okay, the broken rubber on the wheels, which you're going to expect after all these years. Is that even going to turn? Well, that's not turning at all. Right, okay, well, let's, I presume by the very fact of that all he does is go round in circles like this. Because he wouldn't be able to go forward or backwards, would he? Well, mind you, the feet are working. Oh, so these just move the feet like so. So this is going to be like electrical and mechanical. Right, let's pop batteries in and see what he does. Let's pop it in. Right, so that's in nice there, turn it on. And I wonder how you actually get him to do anything. Right, well I presume when you turn him on, it starts moving around the place. Oh, here we go. It's a bad switch. Just a bad switch. Right, okay, let's clean up the switch now. What have we got here? We've got rubber there, rubber there. Let's just put a little bit of super glue. I'm not going to be able to find the correct rubber for that. I could just put a small rubber band around it. Well, I thought it might be something more challenging. Let's take the bottom off and see what he looks like in there anyway. It's amazing how many people don't give the little on and off switch just a little wiggle, because so many of these things just have faulty contacts. Oh, so this is the complete unit here, apart from the head that moves left and right here. Ah, now is this supposed to move up and down as well, I wonder? No, it's not going to, is it? And this looks like it can open up. Let me prise that open. So what's happening in here? Nothing. I thought he might have lights in the eyes or something. So he hasn't. So I presume this is just... I wonder, does this move? I don't think it does because this just rotates here. Well, amazingly, it looks like the gears are intact. Yeah, that doesn't do anything, it's just purely if you want to pull the mouth down a bit. Right, so that just attaches onto the wheel by that little spindle coming out there, so as the wheel goes round, the feet just move around like this. Okay. Ah, but saying that, what moves the wheels round? Oh, nothing moves the wheels around. It's the front thing that moves. That's the only thing that moves, and it just drags these wheels around, which in turn makes the feet do this. Right, and I suppose the tail wags over. Yeah, the tail's going to wag there. What else we got going on under here? So this is going to be moving. This is going to be moving the head. Right, so we have teeth round there, but we've only got teeth round a certain bit here. So as this is turning, and we've got a gear on the inside here which turns, so there's a gear on the inside, so there's going to be teeth on the inside going around here. So as this is turning, it will only go so far. It's only on one side, you see, so the head won't keep on turning. Got a motor down there, just a standard motor that you get in the old Scalextrics toys and all the motors that you used to get from the 80s. Right, okay, yeah. So the one motor does the turning off this wheel here, the turning off the head, and the wagging off the tail. Right, let's just flood this with IPA. It's nice to have no corrosion in here. Okay, I'm going to be putting some 99.9% alcohol in that switch and then just moving it around to hopefully free up any contamination in there. Even without this, I'm sure it will just work fine if you just wiggled it around for a while. Yeah, it's going to be fine. So I'm just going to clean it up, get rid of all this dirt and dust from in here, and then I think I'll put a little bit of grease on the gears, and then we'll have to super glue up the ear and that little bit of rubber there. It's unfortunate I'm not going to be able to get the rubber. You see this rubber here has little grips on it. I'm just not going to be able to get that now. So I'm just going to have to glue that bit into here. But it's just gone rock hard and brittle. And even when it comes to, yeah, look, it's even kind of pointless putting that in there, but it will help it a little bit. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because I could just get tiny little O-rings and put on there, and it would work better. But these are the original ones on here, so I'm presuming nobody's going to really be buying this as a toy. It's going to be more as a collectible, because it's going to be something that they remembered when they were young. Yeah, see, that's just gone rock hard. Yeah, that is just very, very brittle now. I presume all the oils have dried out of the rubber. I'm just going to use a wet wipe and a bit of kitchen towel just to clean him up. Just going to put a little bit of grease on the plastic gears. I can see a little crack in the gear down here, but it might not actually make a difference. Let me just zoom in to show you. So if you have a look there, can you see the crack there? So that's just what happens to these gears after all the years. They shrink, but the metal axle doesn't, and then it's got nowhere to go. It keeps shrinking and it just cracks. Anyway, we'll put it back together because there's not really much I'm going to be able to do to fix the cracked gear anyway. I could put a bit of super glue on it, but it might be working fine at the moment, so I'll just I'll leave it as it is. Right, so I'm just going to glue up. What am I going to do now? I'm going to have to glue the gear, glue the ears, aren't I? I'm just using a little bit of super glue. To be honest with you, I hate super glue. I mean, it's good. It's amazing for sticking your fingers, but anything else, I just doesn't seem to want to stick. Okay, it's in. How strong that's going to be, I would say not very strong, but still, it's in. Right, let's get the rest of this back together. The wheels just slide on there, and then this bit here goes over that bit, so as the wheels turn this moves up and down like that, and then this is joined to the front leg via here, so then the front legs will also move forward and backwards. To be fair, it was very nice to take apart and put back together again. I thought things would be springing out everywhere, but it was quite straightforward. Remember, when screwing into plastic, if you go the wrong way, so if you go to the left until it clicks, so listen to this, there, then go forward, it will go into the same thread that it came out of. There we go, raring to go. Oh, it makes noises as well. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Ah, I wonder how he makes the noise. I didn't see any speaker in there. Let's take that apart. Let's listen one more time. Well, we've got holes up here to get the sound out. Let's just have a quick look, because I didn't see that at all. Well, now that, to me, is the most interesting thing of it. How does it make that screeching noise? Let's turn it on and see if we can work it out. It's moving around constantly. Well, that's moving all the time, so it can't be that. Is it something to do? Oh, it's something to do with this one here, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, it's just friction. It's just moving against there. Look, when that hits that, surely that would wear out eventually. Let me block it up this time. Yeah, there you go. See? Right, well that's it there. Just moving against there. It's very clever really how it all goes together, isn't it, from one motor. Remember, the legs are not working because these wheels are not moving. And this wheel only goes so far and then snaps back. There you go. Okay, well, mystery solved. Now, how come that hasn't worn out if it's against there all the time? I suppose because it's so soft, it's getting flicked backwards. you would think that would wear out. I bet if you had that on for hours and hours and hours, that would wear out. Right, let's get him back together. Let's release him on the kitchen floor. Let's see if he moves around the place. So I tried him on the kitchen floor and it does work, it's just that his legs are not moving backwards and forwards properly because the original rubber now has just gone too brittle and slippery. So I have actually changed it out and I've just put O-rings in there and now it's working perfectly. And also it does actually look nicer as well. So it's not original anymore, but it's doing what it needs to do. So the two back ones are these ones here, which are 9mm by 2mm, so they're the little back wheels. And the one front wheel, I put one of these in, which is a 12mm by 3mm. As far as I can see, they all seem to fit nice. So let's get it going. So what you need to look out for is tail wagging side to side, head moving left to right, feet moving forwards and backwards, making a noise, and also he does cover quite a bit of ground with the movement he makes, and it's nice and it looks nice and random the way he's moving around the place. Obviously it's not random, but it looks pretty good. So considering that's all coming from the one motor, it is pretty impressive. And you can put nice little notes in his mouth here that he grips. Ta-da! Right, let's turn him on and you can see him working. Look at the legs going. So you can see he does actually cover a little bit of ground once you leave him to it for a bit. So yeah, a nice little toy, a nice little bit of mechanical engineering in there. So pretty clever. I think the most interesting part of that was how it makes the sound. I can't see how that's going to last a long amount of time, but maybe it does. Maybe there's not much weight on it, so it does last for, you know, hours and hours of use. But I would have thought that that would have worn down eventually. But yeah, enjoyable. Not the most interesting of fixes, but quite an interesting little toy. Apologies, don't go just yet. I've just been editing up my video and I thought, I wonder is there anybody on YouTube who's already done a video on this, because it is from the 1980s, there might not be much. And I've come across this video here. It's by Randy Rain, Spotbot by Tomy Breakdown and Refurbish. Randy's Robot Refurbish. Oh my god, it's amazing. You have to check it out. It talks about every single gear in here. Complete breakdown, what every single gear does, the program wheel up the top, how it does all different things, and how it works well. Honestly, you have to watch this. This puts my video to shame. And at the end, she makes her own ear. She 3D prints it, puts it in silicone, and then pours plastic into it. Check that one out. Spotbot by Tomy, Breakdown and Refurbish, Randy Rain. You'll learn a lot about it if you're interested in the inside gears. Right, so that is it from me. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more Trying to Fix videos. Take care. Bye now.